Sinbad had already returned from his first voyage with wealth and stories beyond imagination. Yet, despite the comfort of his home in Baghdad, he found himself quite restless. The sea had a way of calling to him, not with sound, but with a quiet pull he could never fully resist. And so, before long, Sinbad once again prepared for another journey, unaware that this voyage would take him to places far more dangerous than anything he had ever known before. The journey began. As many others had, the ship sailed smoothly across calm waters, its sail filled with a steady wind. The crew was high in spirits, speaking of trade, fortune, and the lands they would soon visit. For days, everything seemed ordinary, until one morning, as the sun rose over the horizon, they spotted an island unlike any they had seen before. From a distance, the island appeared peaceful and inviting. Its greenery stretched across the land, and the shoreline shimmered gently under the sunlight. The crew decided to stop and explore. Sinbad stepped onto the island, expecting the usual sights and sound of life: birds, insects, perhaps even small animals. But something felt unusual. The air was strangely still. There was no sound except the distant movement of the sea. As Sinbad walked further inland, he noticed something remarkable. In the middle of an open space stood a massive white structure, smooth and rounded, rising from the ground like a small hill. At first, he could not understand what he was looking at. It had no visible entrance, no markings, and no sign of human craftsmanship. Curious, he approached it slowly. Then he placed his hand against its surface. He felt a faint warmth. It was not stone. It was something entirely different, maybe something alive. As evening approached, a shadow passed over the ground. Sinbad looked up instinctively, expecting clouds. Instead, he saw something that made his heart race. A gigantic bird was descending from the sky. Its wings stretched so wide that they seemed to block out the sun, and its presence filled the air with a powerful rush of wind. Sinbad immediately understood what he had discovered. The enormous structure was not a building or a natural formation, it was an egg, and the creature above him was the legendary rock. Sinbad knew he could not remain on the island. If the rock returned to its nest, he would be trapped, or worse. As he watched the creature settle beside the egg, an idea came to him. It was risky, perhaps even foolish, but it was his only chance. Using his turban, he carefully tied himself to one of the rock's legs while it slept. If the bird flew away, it might carry him somewhere beyond the island. At dawn, the rock awoke. With a powerful movement of its wings, it lifted into the sky. Sinbad felt himself pulled upwards, the ground shrinking rapidly beneath him. The wind rushed past him with such force that he could barely breathe. He had no control over where he was going. All he could do was hold on and hope. After a long flight, the rock descended into a deep valley surrounded with steep cliffs. The landscape was harsh and silent, filled with jagged rocks and shadows. As soon as the bird landed, Sinbad quickly untied himself and moved away. He had survived the journey, but now he found himself in a place from which escape seemed nearly impossible. As his eyes adjusted, Sinbad noticed something unusual. The ground around him was scattered with stones that sparkled in the light. Upon closer inspection, he realized they were diamonds. The valley was filled with them, but the beauty of the place was deceptive. It was also home to enormous serpents that moved silently among the rocks. Sinbad soon discovered that merchant from above would throw pieces of meat into the valley. The diamond would stick to the meat, and large birds would carry them back to the surface. Seeing this, Sinbad devised a plan. He tied himself to a piece of meat, hoping that a bird would carry him out of the valley. Before long, a large bird swooped down and seized the meat. Sinbad was lifted once again into the air. This time, the journey ended at the top of the cliffs, where the merchants were waiting. They were astonished to see him alive. Sinbad returned home once more, carrying with him not only great wealth but another story of survival and discovery. Yet, even after such an ordeal, the sea's call remained, and deep within him, he knew that this could not be his last journey.